from our previous round. So, we have growth slowing down quite sharply from last year, 3.5% to 0.9%. But this sort of lack of change hides a lot of differences across different countries. And what we see when we unpack this is you have countries like Germany, for instance, that are slowing down quite a bit from last year, and even are in negative growth territory according to our projections for the year, mildly so. And then you have countries that are doing better, and Spain is among the countries that is doing better, with both, in the case of Spain, something that is quite important to note because it's not so common, is both an improvement in terms of the growth projections. They are for this year projected at 2.5%, so that's a 1 percentage point upward revision. It's quite strong, and part of this is related to the strength of tourism, and that's a general theme that we see in our report. Is we've had this rotation of global demand. Initially, as the economies reopened, there was a strong demand for goods, but people were not traveling, people were not going out necessarily as much, so services remained depressed. And then in the second phase, we had an increase in services. People started traveling again, going out, and then the demand for goods sort of tapered off. And so this demand for services is having a strong impact on countries that are a destination for tourism. We see that for Spain, we see that for Italy at the same time. The second notable thing about Spain is that, in fact, it's doing well on growth, but it's also doing well on inflation. We've had a downward revision for its inflation numbers, or is also quite sizable. Headline inflation is expected to be only 3.2%. This year, which is well below the average inflation in other European economies.